So it's based off of that, and all these leagues have difficulty levels. वही मजे आ जाते हैं भाई. So उस हिसाब से difficulty levels होती है, उस हिसाब से points होते हैं.
And that's the right number.
Yeah, but we just won a tournament in Sri Lanka day before yesterday.
Okay.
That's what I was there for, and we came first, man. We went from India and we came first. Yeah, so we're gonna get some points for that too. But add नहीं अभी, but हम थोड़ा time में add हो जाएंगे.
What's the 3x3 team?
So this team basically it's not we're representing India, we're representing a club.
Okay.
But it's basically we have sponsors who have bought a team, like they've formed their own team, and we just kind of made our team and went. And I don't know how the fuck we won, but we won.
Who's sponsoring you?
I don't know. I don't ask questions because one of my guys called, said he wants to play. I said, yeah, I don't ask any fucking questions. I don't care. As long as I'm getting to play, I don't give a fuck.
And they take care of everything.
Everything. We're staying in
It's paid vacation.
Paid vacation. And if you win, even more bonus, you know.
Living the dream, bro.
Yeah. Next month we're mostly going to Bangkok. The month after we're going to Colombia to play. And I'm starting this shit at 30, which is why this wind dog fits right in, man. So I couldn't have started this shit at a better time.
Yeah. I'm gonna come to that in a sec. I think it's like
Start with the intro.
dude, this is no. I feel like we've already done a mini podcast here, but
Has it started?
Yeah, it's all
we're rolling now.
We got all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
We're rolling. This is a big podcast. Like we're hyped to have him on. He's a hilarious guy, but one of the most like disciplined, motivated men that you will meet in your life. He's a professional basketballer. He is a yoga instructor. He has been ranked number 1 in the 3x3 FIBA in Indian basketball, and as of now, and going on, he has 3,731 ranking points. He just won a tournament 2 days ago, so he's gonna get a lot more. And the guy is by far the funniest man you'll meet in your life. We have Dhruv Barman today, dude. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for the intro, man.
Was so excited to have you here, brother. I have to break the ice. You versus me, 1-on-1.
Come on,
Basketball. Who's gonna kick whose ass?
Is that how you want to start the podcast? Embarrassing yourself?
It only makes sense.
That's not gonna happen. If you maybe tie both my hands and one of my legs, then you might not have a chance.
I think we gotta do it for them. You heard it here. He's tying his hands and his leg just to try to beat me, bro.
I'd pay to watch that.
Anytime, any day, man.
The confidence.
I'm your son. It's okay. I get it.
Bro, I swear to God, I was gonna say that. I was about to fucking
He
say.
really wants you to say that.
I was about to say you're my fucking son, man. I say that. That's like my thing. I say that. I say that to a lot of people.
He was trying to bait you into saying that.
Yeah, no.
No, but you've had quite an interesting journey, right? Because you studied in Canada, you decided to come back, you dropped everything. You're playing professional basketball now, but in that period, you had a significant time where I'm sure you were trying to figure out where your head was at and what you wanted to do. I want to take it back to you going to college in Canada and deciding one day I'm going to drop everything and just move back to India because you saw an Instagram ad that you should try for something.
How the fuck do you know that?
I do my research.
Damn, man. Yo, shit, that's pretty good. Like, I want to say it out loud. This is the first podcast I've been to where you guys have done so much research already, because this really caught me off guard, man. I'm very, impressed, and I'm even happier to be here.
We're happy.
Coming back, so the reason I moved to Canada was to pursue professionally, playing basketball. But India mein to us time koi scope tha nahi. This is, I think, 2013, so there was nothing going on. And then, whatever, I came back, saw an ad, because the whole point was, ever since I was a kid, this was the dream, right? That's why I moved to Canada, because moving into a different country, man, like you guys both study outside, it's not you can't just do that overnight. It's a process you got to go through. So the dream was always to play. So I moved back, and then when we got that opportunity, I mean, shout out to my parents too. They didn't think twice, because I was too scared to go to my family saying, can I stay back? And the truth is, even if I wanted to, I couldn't have gone back. I was suspended from school because I fucked up. I fucked up bad, man. So academically, I was suspended for a year. I was on academic suspension for a year. So I couldn't have gone back even if I wanted to.
Oh, wow.
But my parents didn't know that till about 2 years after.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, bro, they'll fucking kill me.
How did you hide that so successfully?
Because as soon as I came back, तो मैं suspend हुआ ही था. In December I got suspended because that's when my results came out, and I fucking flunked one of the exams. So my GPA dropped. And then I was on probation anyway, so I got suspended. And then I was like, man, this league, I just got the opportunity to play. So if I can somehow stay back, like, I'm safe. Like, I don't have to go back, and obviously I can continue playing ball. So somehow that worked out, and it wasn't a tough choice at all. All my shit is still in Canada. I never went back. All my stuff, the stuff that I took from India to move, it's all still there.
How'd you convince your parents to let you stay back and play?
The crazy thing is, bro, I didn't have to.
Oh,
I
wow.
said I've got this opportunity.
Yeah.
And because actually that was the year I was going to quit playing basketball for good. I was 24.
Wow.
Okay.
And I decided that I'm done with basketball. Like, I'm done pursuing it to play professionally because it's not getting me anywhere. Because at the end of the day, man, if you don't make money, there's no point. You know, kitne sapne ke piche bhag loge. If it doesn't put food on the table, it's not worth it. And then my mom actually, I told my parents, I'm done. Like, I don't want to play. Then they said, try this. Let this be the last, hurdle maybe you try to cross in terms of your basketball career. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then like, fuck it. And somehow, man, I put my heart and soul into that tournament, and we won the whole thing. And that's when I got rank 1 in India. 6 months after this situation, I was rank 1 in the country. So then
6 months after moving back.
6 months after moving back, because that one tournament was India's first ever professional tournament, right? So the better you play in those tournaments, because all of the Indian players are playing, the top players. So that's how you get points. And we won the entire tournament. There was 30 games. There was about 6 rounds. So there was 30 games, out of which we won 27. We only lost 3 games the whole season. So so my ranking went so high up after. And then 2 months after the tournament, we got to play in some world tour where the top teams, the top team in the world, we faced them. I faced an NBA player who kicked my ass, but I don't give a shit because that was the best experience of my life. Because we played against these guys. From 7-8 months before that, I was about to quit, and then I'm getting the opportunity to play against these guys and be rank 1 in the country. I'm so glad I didn't go back, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm so glad I got suspended. Had I not got suspended, I would never have come back. I would have stayed there.
So you were that close to quitting basketball?
I pretty much, that's why I have all of these tattoos. This is a story.
Yeah.
That's the year that changed my life. So it's a whole, I was going to quit playing basketball. So this is when I was in a time where I didn't want to be, dark place. This is when my 2018 started, right?
Okay.
So this it's not done yet. It's a samurai.
Okay.
So so when I saw the ad, there was 3 weeks to the trials for the tournament. So for those 3 weeks, I was just like in a samurai mode where I was just working out 3 times a day. Only my close friends knew what was happening. Nobody else knew what was going on in my life. I had no social life. So that's what a samurai does, right? You don't know who the fuck a samurai is.
Yeah.
Then roses, because my friends and family had my back. They kept, just push through. And then the lion comes in because I was rank 1. So king of the jungle by the end of the year. So this is the story that kind of, even when I'm 80 years old, I look back at this, this is the year that my life just fucking took off.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
So how did your mindset change about just resilience, not giving up and all of those things when you was, and just living, like making decisions to minimize regret overall, just because you were so close to quitting and then you were suddenly India number 1, like what was going through your mind with all of that?
See, the thing is, man, working hard was never the problem. Getting that right opportunity was the problem. So my biggest fear in life is regret, nothing else, because that time can never come back. So I was like, kar le, agar nahi bhi hua, at least I have no regrets. And again, when your family is supporting you that much, man, and like they're constantly in your head, because everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody has self-doubts. Even Batman needs Robin. People who say कि मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ता, वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं, सबको फर्क पड़ता है. Deep down, everybody gives a shit, man, right? So you need somebody. So having my family and kind of being like, and having my elder brother is the biggest blessing in my life. The biggest, like, if you think I'm disciplined, you need to fucking meet this guy, bro. If I'm swearing so much, that's okay.
No, that's all good.
Because I can't speak without swearing.
But you've professed a lot that your brother's been your biggest inspiration for the longest time. Is that, I mean, what propelled that? Like, when did it start?
Ever since the whole reason I started playing basketball was because he started playing basketball.
Okay.
So anything, bachpan se I've always kind of wanted to be like him. And seeing him, like I don't know if you've seen him now, like imagine he was bullied in school.
He's fucking jacked.
Yeah, bro. He was bullied in school, bro. So seeing him go from that to kind of, because we're both, I mean, touch was self-made, right?
Yeah.
So seeing him kind of take that path first, where you constantly, your relatives, everybody's in your ear, ki after school, everyone used to kind of, you know how people are, man, they ask your parents, kya tumhare bachche ye kar rahe hain? And they're fucking assholes for doing that. You know, they just want to make you feel like shit.
Yeah.
And then initially, like, but my parents, shout out to them, like, they never ever let us feel a certain way. They always said, man, keep going.
Yeah.
So my brother used to work at Coca-Cola. And then he got into just because he was always passionate about working out and stuff, so he decided to do a bunch of courses. And then slowly he built up his business. And just seeing him kind of go from here to here live, because I've seen the struggle. So there's no more motivation that I need, man. Seeing him do that, it's just one of those things. How fucking dare I live in the same house and be a lazy fucking
I
cunt.
think it's also wilder when you see it happen in your own house.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times people go through imposter syndrome when they see other people doing things and they feel that they can't do something.
Absolutely, man.
You're seeing it happen in your own home. The belief is just elevated, right? You feel like, I can get this shit done.
Exactly.
I'm seeing it happen.
Exactly. And when there's two of us, because even he's had really bad days, but when there's both of us saying, we have this thing in our house, my brother and I, that everyone around us is going to die, man. Everybody. My parents, our friends, everybody. But obviously, unless it doesn't happen naturally. But if everything stays well, my brother and I will be the last people together in our entire family. Our parents will die way before us, right? So that's the thing we have. As long as we stick together, we're gonna be okay, man. So that really helps. So we're always so motivated, and we're always competing too, in a very healthy way.
Yeah.
We're always competing. Like this whole winter arc thing I got going on, I'm gonna get more jacked than him by December. I know it's tough, but I promise you.
Yeah, you heard it here.
You heard it here first. This is the first time saying it out loud. I'm gonna be more jacked than you were in December 23rd.
What's the end goal of the winter arc? What would you consider a success when you look back at yourself in December 27th?
And also set the context for what the winter arc is.
Okay, so the winter arc is there's some exact definition.
Okay.
Which is what like this.
Are you an anime guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
My brother is. My brother is big time.
Okay.
You take the darkest days of the year, where you kind of go into hiding, and you use that to kind of come out of your bubble and be your best version, and you kind of try to visualize your goals. And by the end of the winter arc, like the goal is like, because you go into hiding, because I'm not showing my body in any of the vlogs I'm putting up. I'm not showing it. I'm not showing my workouts. I'm not showing anything that I'm doing. I'm just putting up vlogs, and all of a sudden when I post something, I want it to be a surprise, right? So that's the whole, like, you don't know what I'm going to looking like on the inside, and you know what you want. But the day I posted, because right now everyone's just like, man, kitna hi workout kar raha ho, kya kar raha hai? Because I'm not showing how hard I'm going. But when that time comes, so that's my winter arc. You'd be like, boom, like, I'm here.
You're setting a great expectation now, though.
That's fine. Listen, I'm going to exceed those. I promise you, man. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Any expectation that I have set, I'm going to exceed it, even for myself.
Wow.
I'm going to dunk a basketball by December.
Okay.
That's one goal. I'm going to have a single-digit body fat, for sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch sugar till the year ends. I'm not going to fucking let it be around my lips. Not a single drop of alcohol. And I'm going to have a well fucking defined six-pack by the end of December. I promise. I promise, man.
This is inspiring.
Dude, I saw a thread of yours earlier today. You were like, when I'm about to die, I need to have a six-pack so that I can flex one last time before dying.
That's a fact, man. If I'm dying and someone's like looking at me, be like, damn, man, this motherfucker's jacked. You know what I'm saying?
Like, why die any other way, right?
Listen, and if you're sad, you'd rather be sad with a six-pack standing in front of a mirror than be sad and I don't want to use that word, but not with a six-pack. Cancel ho jayenge, bhai, faltu.
No, bro. Say what you gotta say.
No, I've been cancelled once, man.
Actually?
Yeah.
Would you say? Actually, don't say it
This
again.
can't go up on the podcast. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after.
Right. I'm very curious to hear this.
There was, in this winter arc, you're doing, like, you have variables, right? You have to do so many different things between working out. You have a good support system. You have to also figure out your nutrition. And it's the most festive season in this country.
Yeah.
Talk to me about two things. One, how have you managed to 100% remove sugar from your diet? Because I think that's a struggle for everyone. Second, is during the most festive season. How do you keep your head over your shoulders and say, I gotta get this shit done?
Also, why now? Like, did you want to challenge yourself and be like, I'll do it during the hardest time?
No, that just happened to be aisa nahi tha ki I'm going to wait till November.
Yeah.
But I have anyone who knows me, man, knows I love to party and stuff. And I've had this since when I was younger. I could still get away with so many things. But now, as I'm getting older, this entire year, I've had this thing, man, I'm going to change my body. I'm going to get jacked. But something or the other kept coming up. Ki, no, man, let's go out. All my friends, because all my friends, they fucking suck, man. None of them work out. None of them work out, right? So, always going out with friends, this and that. So then it was just one of those things, man, ki, what are you doing with your life? I just had, one of those things, ki, man, what the fuck are you doing? And my brother keeps calling me out. Ki, man, what's wrong with you? What the fuck, Because I gained weight, I dropped weight, I kept doing that. And I started getting a little bit injured as I started getting older. So then just one day I was just like, man, you know what? Fuck this. I just woke up the next day, I was like, I'm going to start the wind talk. So I gave it a week before I started posting the video because I wanted to get into the rhythm. But then one day I woke up and then I just, like, I feel like it, but I'm not going to do it. Because again, I saw this video by Conor McGregor. If you're going to decide to wake up at 6, wake up at 6. If you're going to say, I'm going to do this, do it. Because don't let your body get used to you saying things and not doing them. Because these things catch up. So if you're going to say something, don't fucking say it if you're not going to do it. Or like, just don't say it at all.
Build trust with yourself.
Exactly, man. Hold yourself. If you can't hold yourself accountable, like, that's the worst thing. And when I started this, everyone was like, man, tu toot jayega ek hafte mein, tu karke dikha. Everyone thinks, nobody thought I would do it.
Yeah.
But fucking watch me.
Bro, you said this even in one of your previous interviews. You were like, 10 log में से 9 कहेंगे कि तू नहीं कर सकता. And there'll be one who'll believe in you. And when you've done the shit, the 9 will come back and say, oh shit, like, I believe in you. मुझे पता था कि तू कर लेगा.
It's the same thing with anybody, man. When you get successful, and when 10 people around you start clapping for you, then no one's going to come and say, man, like, no one has the balls to come and say, bro, you proved me wrong. No one wants to admit that I didn't believe in you. People will say, I've always believed in you. Because now when you're on this side of the fence, you don't want to be on this person's bad side. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Now that you've made it to this side of the fence, how's your relationship with people who are trying to make it on this side of the fence changed? And also, have you like started filtering out people in your life so that you don't surround yourself with people who are slowing you down or killing your ambition?
Yeah. See, I'll tell you this. I think that automatically happens. Because I don't go around thinking ki nahi yaar, this guy is slowing me down. Because I'm at a point in my life where I don't give a shit. You're not going to slow me down. If I'm sitting in a room with 10 people who are not motivated, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your surroundings make all the difference in the world, but there will be times where you're surrounded by a bunch of people who are not on the same wavelength as you. And if you can still hold your ground at that time, like, you don't need anybody else. I mean, you need people obviously, but you don't need to be in a good environment to kind of have that mindset. Then it's just, if that mindset can change over 10 people who are not motivated, then those people own you. You know what I'm saying? You should own your own thoughts and your own emotions. So it's not like I have filtered, my circle has gotten a lot smaller. Because saying ki bro, I'm not going to come out tonight. Oh, ye to kabhi bahar aata hi nahi hai. Some friends won't understand that. But the friends who say ki man, acha tera kar raha hai, mata, chill kar. So those are the people I have kind of stayed friends with. And I feel like as you get older, you tend to lose friends. But I'm glad, man. I have no problem being the asshole anymore. Like, if I have a problem with you, like, if I don't want to be around you, I'm not going to... And if you do something to, like, upset me, I'm not even going to, like, question you. I'm just not going to... You're dead to me. I'm not even going to acknowledge your presence like that. You know what I'm saying?
This requires a lot of confidence and just being rooted. Where does that confidence of yours stem from? Now you've achieved a lot, and so, well, it makes sense. But at the beginning, for you to get here, you had to have that confidence in yourself throughout. Where did that come from?
I'll tell you, man, that's something that somehow, because I know one thing I've been good at my whole life is basketball. Like, I know I've been good at that, and being an athlete definitely helps. So I know ever since I've been a kid, you know, I've had that confidence because I know any room I can walk into, I know this is one thing that I excel at. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of, like, even when I was getting older, people would ask, even now when people ask me, what do you do for a living? So I feel so proud saying I'm a professional athlete. As soon as you say that, I feel like, because anyone who's self-made, you earn that person's respect right away, right?
Yes.
So when you say professional athlete, people know how hard you work behind the scenes, and I know where I am at now. So I think that confidence, bachpan se I've just had this because I work hard, I work on my craft. So that's something that nobody can take away from me. So I can walk into a room and be like, none of you guys can guard me. At the end of the day, I can score on fucking all of you.
I mean, in that one-on-one, I don't know, but...
Listen, man, if it's a game to 100 points, I'm going to beat him 100-0.
Well, you're underestimating my basketball skills.
I'm not underestimating your skills. I have full confidence in my skills.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. But for you, sports has been probably the biggest part of your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Throughout. We've spoken about this in like 4 different podcasts, because we had a professional footballer as well a couple of podcasts back, and we've grown up sportsmen as well, and it's been rooted in our personality.
Yeah.
What have you learned being now a professional athlete, but also just going through life and realizing that you had a sport in your fundamental like growth and what you learned from it, which nothing else in life can teach you.
Yeah, I think sports teaches you one, it builds character, man, big time. Because if it's the small things, like I personally feel someone who plays a sport, you can really tell how a person is off the pitch or off the court, the way they play the game, the way they approach the game. Say if you've both been athletes, right? Say you're playing, let's just use basketball as an example. It's the fourth quarter. You're down by 20 points, correct? But for you to have the mindset, I'm still gonna fucking win this game, as opposed to your other teammates thinking, man, I don't think we're gonna win this game, but as long as our captain is confident, because every team has a best player, and if you see the best player still not giving up, the team feeds off of that, correct? And if you can actually because I've been in places where I've come back from we made so many comebacks, this and that, and the fact that I've done it, it's the same thing in life, man. If you're down, since you've done that in your sport, it's something that means the world to you. If you can do that when you're playing on the court, that shit transforms off the court too. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes a mindset. And having to pick your teammates up when they're down also builds character in life. Like I'm the kind of person I would pick 10 people up. I'm like that. I go out of my way. Like my family hates this about me. I go out of my way to help random people. If I see them kind of down or like self-doubt and all those things, I somehow take it so personally that I'm gonna fucking help you out. But if I see you're just doing it to do it, you're not actually working hard, then I'm gonna drop you in a second. Because it's when you get older, man, you don't want tomorrow if you see an 18, 19-year-old who has, like you both have had back injuries, correct?
Yep.
If you see him doing something or struggling with something that you struggle with now and you've overcome it, you 100% will help the kid, or even if you don't know the kid, you would do it.
You have that empathy because you went through it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's also because you've been athletes.
Yep.
So picking each other up is a part of your DNA, man. So I think sport is the best thing in the world, and people who haven't played sports in their lives have missed out, man, or are missing out, big time.
That's beautifully put.
He had a reel where the caption was, if my child doesn't play basketball, sports, it's okay.
I'm throwing that motherfucker in that
the adoption
center, man.
center.
I don't give a shit.
But really, I feel it'll hurt me if my child doesn't play sports.
I don't think that's
an option.
That's not an option.
Yeah,
Man.
it's
And
not
I'll tell you
an
what, like kids, I know for a fact when they follow their parents. So if growing up we have our kids whenever we do have kids and we're just fucking lazy assholes, they're gonna be the same way. But if you take them to the gym, take them to your workouts, they would want to play. They would want to play because boys want to be like their dads and moms want to be like their mom. Sorry, daughters want to be like their moms.
How far is that? The kids and the marriage on the cards for you? How far away is that?
Couple years. I would say like couple years, like 4 years, 4-5 years.
Did In
Kids
Real
know.
Love, the Netflix show, do anything for you in that regard?
Nah, man.
No?
I made some great friends, but that's about it.
Let's dive a bit deeper. We also forgot to tell you that he's an actor.
Yes.
In Real Love, Netflix.
I'm not an actor. I wouldn't call myself an actor. I've done reality shows. But
Right.
a reality show.
Right.
I wouldn't call myself an actor though.
Do you want to become an actor?
I'm open to everything, anything and everything. I don't close my doors to anything. If something I've never done, I'll give it a shot.
With In Real Love, it was so out of pocket from what you've done in your life. And you're sitting in your bed going through Instagram and you're like, I'm just gonna apply for this audition. You do 2-3 online.
I'm so fucking impressed with your guys' research, man.
And
Like you guys know all these things. I'm so impressed. I haven't been to
We
a
went
podcast
saw the
like
show a
this.
little bit. You didn't give the ring. We have
Oh
the
shit!
details. We have the
Okay, man.
details.
Okay.
We gotta be prepped for the pod.
No, but genuinely,
But-
I want to like say that, man. This is the first podcast I've been to where like the people who've called me, like you guys know so much already, man.
No, thank you.
That's good stuff.
we
I'm very
aspire to do
impressed.
that.
Huh?
We aspire to do that.
Yeah, I'm
I think
100% impressed, man.
Thank you.
You guys are gonna go a long way for sure.
Sorry, go on.
It's because people like you, bro. As long as people like you keep coming and sitting across us, then
It's gonna happen, man.
There's scope.
It's gonna
But so you're sitting and you apply, you go into these 2-3 auditions, you get this role
Without knowing it's Netflix.
yeah.
without knowing anything.
I have no idea what the hell I'm signing
and
up
in
for.
this moment, you have an injury in your Achilles.
So I started auditioning before, like my Achilles was about 6 months before.
You still have the cast on during the online interviews, though. Sorry, online.
I had the walking boot.
Oh, okay.
But I was it wasn't healed. It was still in the healing process.
Wow.
But that's why. Otherwise, I would never have done it, man. Otherwise, because I wasn't playing at the time, I would
Right.
never have done it if I wasn't injured.
This kind of should make you believe in fate, because the school thing happened,
It's
this
crazy.
happened, like,
I was never a believer.
yeah,
I was like, man, all this is bullshit.
yeah.
I've completely flipped, man. All these things happening in my life, it can't be a coincidence. I wasn't religious at all.
Yeah.
But I believe in God, man. Because now I'm like, bro, there's no way these things are happening in my life,
Wow.
and there's somebody that's not watching over me. There's no way. There's no way. But everyone has their. Obviously, you only see the goods.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still like everybody has their bad days too. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. But again, having this belief now that I have this religious belief, it's really helped me kind of stay even more positive for sure.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I derailed you again. Go back to the Netflix one.
Even I lost a train of thought. Sorry.
Dude, I'm really. So in real love, you show up to. When do you find out that it's a Netflix show?
I think it's such a blur memory. I can't even remember because I did so many auditions. But I think when I had gotten in is when I found out. Because in all the shows they can never reveal what the show is.
Right.
No matter what the show is, it's a thing that they have.
Okay.
They'll never tell you what show you're, especially reality TV. They'll never tell you what you're auditioning for.
Really?
Yeah.
So
because
what are you doing in your auditions?
I'll tell you
You're just
because
showing your body.
What do you know?
So because I'll tell you why. Say in case I don't make the show,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go
We
around
can't
telling.
spoil it.
I'm going to go tell the whole world there's a Netflix show coming. This is happening. That is happening. You know what I'm saying? So because as soon as we enter the show, our phones, everything's taken away, right? So I have no way to tell anybody what I'm doing. So once the show is shooting and everything is complete, then it doesn't really matter. But that's why they don't tell anybody till you make it what the show
Wait,
is.
so you're staying on set? You're actually staying on set for the duration of the show?
Yeah.
And with no outside contact, none of that.
Nothing, because that's what these shows do, man.
Okay.
The things I was doing on the show,
Yeah.
I like because you feel like your life is just revolving around these four walls that you're in, and these guys are so good at their jobs. They know exactly how to push your buttons, man. So I forgot I have a life outside the show.
Take us through a day in the life when you're on the show.
Yeah. So every morning we were living in Chhatarpur, by the way. They had renovated two houses side by side, farmhouses. One was for the girls, one was for the guys. There's 4 rooms, like huge ass house, right?
Okay.
And I think we would wake up every morning. I was the first one up every day.
I fully believe that.
So excited, man. I was just so excited. And I think I would wake up at like 8 every morning. We'd have breakfast because there's a team of 500 people working at all times.
Oh my God.
There's food outside. There's our house is there. The other girl's house is there. There's another house for the other people. There's 3 houses.
Oh, okay.
Then we're going to so many different locations. So it's a lot of work, man. So we wake up, and as soon as we wake up, we kind of chill. We have breakfast, and then when something's about to happen, there's about, I think, 10 people in our house at all times. So as soon as we start talking to each other, the cameras come out, right? And they're just following us. No matter where we're going, they're following us. And the first day we were a little hesitant, we were a little awkward, because we kept feeling, man, we should talk to give like content, right? So then the lady said, bro, you guys just relax. Don't come under pressure. Just chill. And then we were sort of just chilling, and these guys were just following us everywhere.
Yeah.
And then a notification would pop up. This is what you have to do. You go for a task, not a task, like a date and all of that. Then we would go for dates and just chill in the house. And they were giving us alcohol, man.
Yeah.
So I was drinking a lot on the show.
A lot of whiskey.
One of the nights you
A
were
lot of
remember
whiskey.
the
Bro, I don't. I swear to God, I still date. I don't remember what the hell happened. And I was so scared when I was watching that episode, because I just remember swearing, like non-stop swearing. बहुत गाली दी थी मैंने माँ बहन की, बहुत ज़्यादा. And I was like, भाई पता नहीं क्या दिखा देंगे, mom बैठी है, like I'm so embarrassed. But थोड़ा बहुत दिखाया था, इतना ठीक था. I was okay with that. I was so scared. Man.
And like end to end, how long did you spend on set?
I was there for a month. A full month we were there.
So a month, everything you do, everything you say is being recorded 24/7.
No, it wasn't 24/7. So
Okay.
right before we go to sleep, they kind of stop. Like say the date's over, and then we come back and talk about the date. Then the recording stops, and we just chill.
Okay.
And we would talk to the girls from the balcony, but that's all off camera.
Oh.
And then in the morning it would start again. So I'd say in 24 hours we would be on camera for maybe like 10, not even 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still a lot.
If I'm on a date, obviously the camera is on me at all times. In the car, camera is on me at all times. But when you're just chilling at the house and the other person's gone out, then you're kind of just chilling.
How weird is it to be on a date with a camera in your face?
I don't really care, man.
I feel like you're a professional like dating. You just know the charisma, you know the charm, you know the things to say.
It doesn't throw you off though.
Hell no, man. The thing, I'll tell you what it is. Because so even when I did the auditions, this guy was like, man, I hope you're not nervous. I said, bro, I've been doing this shit my whole life. Chill. Right? Because my first audition was I had to talk to this girl online.
Yeah.
I had to kind of hold a conversation.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Like work.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I've been doing this shit in my eyes, like in my sleep. And then it wasn't weird because I had this confidence in me that I know for a fact out of everybody who was there, they were all actors, right? So I knew I had this thing on my side, being an athlete, that I don't know how to act, right? So I kind of used that, and I'm like, I know for a fact when it comes to like talking or charming somebody out of everybody else, I knew I had that upper hand over everybody. And so that's what it never threw me off, because I kept thinking it's probably going to throw them off. So let me use this as being like, oh shit, like I'm the only one who is not throwing off. So I kind of used that in my head to be like, everyone else is probably nervous, but that's why I'm not going to be nervous.
That's actually another interesting layer to your confidence, is that it's not just from the way you look and your fitness, because I mean, this time you had your Achilles injury, you weren't fit, you went in not in the best shape of your life.
No, but before
you
I
still had it.
I was fit as fuck when I went in, man. Yeah, because I
Did
knew.
you see, bro? This guy was looking.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
I
but
knew I was
when you
getting-
were
I knew I was
the
get-
auditions you weren't. or something
Audition,
like
I was about 86 kgs,
that. Okay.
and then I went to the show at like 77.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
and
Wow.
lean and shredded 77.
I was good. I was good
Yeah.
because I worked out so much, man. Because I couldn't run
Okay.
because of my Achilles.
Yeah.
So I would be on the
Elliptical.
elliptical like 3 hours, 1.5 hours after the
Yeah.
workout. Then in the evening I go for another 1.5 hours. For like I did that for about 3 months, and I got in good shape.
Oh, okay, my bad. Because I thought it was the other way. Because I think in one of the podcasts, I remember you saying that when you walked in, everyone was so shredded. You're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drink and have fun.
No,
So-
everyone was shredded. Look,
Yeah.
I went in shredded, but I'm like, bro, this is insane. There's one guy who's a bodybuilder, bro. He was so jacked. I
Yeah.
seen him. There's another guy, Chirag. He was so jacked, and I'm like, bro, fuck this. ये body का scene तो खत्म है. इस body से कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला यहाँ पे, तो fuck it. Just use your charm. Then I started just slamming whiskeys. I didn't give a shit, man. Then I was just drinking.
Okay.
I stopped caring after that. And luckily, the girl I was paired up with, she didn't really care about like the body, so it was fine.
In real love, so when we met like 3 years ago, that was around the time where I think you had found out you were going on this, and I spoke to you for like an hour or two at this party, and you're like, yeah, bro, like I'm going on this reality TV show. And in Delhi, when you go for parties, you don't ever meet people who are doing like out of pocket,
Yeah.
extraordinary shit, right? You'll meet your run of the mill like corporate people, and all
Yeah.
like doing good things.
Yeah.
But nothing so out of pocket. When you're like going through the days on this show and you get out of it, what changed in your life when you came out of the show?
I think I started living like I was that character on the show. Like, you know, the guy trying to be with this girl, trying to see the show out with this girl. That's what was my fucking only goal during those 30 days. And then as soon as I left, it's almost like you snap out of this, you're under somebody's spell. Because I was just like, man, what the hell? Some of the things I did on the show, like, I'm like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, why would you do that? Like, I actually got like sad a few times because of the girl, right? And then I'm like, man, in real life,
You were like, I feel emotion.
yeah, no, that's okay. But I'm like, man, it's too soon. It's a month. She's a very good friend of mine still.
Yeah.
But the feelings you feel on the show, like, those aren't real feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really liked the girl. She really liked me too. But had this, like, things move, I wouldn't say twice as fast. I'd say 50 times as fast on shows than they were in real life. Because you're meeting this person with a goal that, oh shit, like, I want to end up with this person on the show. In life, you don't have that timeline. You can take your time. So that's, I think, what the difference was. So it kind of like sped up the whole thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're also like locked in a house with everyone, so everything that transpires has to happen fast.
That's all everyone
Only with
spoke
each
about.
other.
Yeah, that's all everybody spoke about, because there was eliminations. So you kind of have to, like, be smart about it. You kind of have to make sure, oh shit, that time's approaching. Like, like lock in. Because I was the only guy on the show who went through 3 guys. Everybody else went through 2 guys. But I had to go through 3 guys. Kind of like, I was competing with 3
Elaborate.
What do
dudes.
you mean go through 3 guys?
So the goal, like, I had to kind of fight off 3 guys.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Go through 3 guys is a good reel, man.
That's perfect. Fucking bitch. I should have said that.
That's definitely.
That's a reel, bro. That's a good reel. No context.
Yeah, no, do it. I think that would be great clickbait. But so the show's idea was does online dating work or offline dating? Is that better?
Yeah.
So she was like, I was the offline guy, and there was a guy she was talking to online. So in the first 10 days, she had to pick between us. Then she picked me. Then another guy comes in, and all the other guys, like for everybody else, also new guys came in. But then her and this guy fought so much that this guy got chucked out of the show. Then another guy comes in, and then yes, so that's why the third guy kind of had to come through, because this one and her, like they fought, like straight up.
On text.
No, like he was on the show because they spoke online. She picked him. Then he comes, and then we're living together, me and this guy,
I remember this.
and the other two guys. So then they go on dates, and then they just didn't. Because by that time, me and her were like this. So nobody, doesn't matter who showed up. It was going to be me and her till then. I knew. So I think she was just done with this dude. Sorry, you were saying.
Dude, you must see so much shit on these kind of shows. Like just the kind of things that happen and how they manufacture and pick what they're gonna show, and
Yeah.
you know what you've seen.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't that blow your mind?
I was so, because see, no matter what, if you're on a show, someone or the other will be upset कि ये वाला part नहीं डाला, ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया. But yeah, seeing that based off everything we went through, some of the shit they never even put up. Some of the things we did, they never made it to the show, to the cut. But it's so crazy to see how they compiled entire 1 month into one show. Like it was great. For me, I was blown away.
And a top 10 Netflix show in India.
Yeah, I was blown away. But I will say, man, I mean, I have no problem admitting this, but because people, the masses in India don't watch Netflix. Because no one's paying $500-700 a month for that subscription.
Yeah.
So I would say if anyone wants to do a reality show and make it big in India, they should be going for the more, I'd say like Geo, Splitsvilla, Rudy, shows like this do really well. Netflix reality show didn't do it. I don't think it did as well as it should have, if I'm being honest.
But when it comes to your brand, like you'd rather be on Netflix, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like I have that no matter how the show did, I have this thing in my hand.
Yeah.
Like I did a Netflix show.
And when you came out of the show, how did your like brand and everything change? Because you were doing well on Instagram.
Yeah.
You had a brand.
Yeah.
And this elevated it to a different level.
Yeah, it really
almost
helped.
an additional variable in your brand.
Yeah, for sure.
So how did your life change when you came out?
I think I got a little more, like I said, credibility that he's not just an athlete. And just because it was a reality show, it was cool because I could kind of show who I am off the camera. So that definitely helped in getting more work. That's why now I kind of want to do a few reality shows because I had too much fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can really thrive on these shows. So I think I want to do a few more, but like let's see. I don't know which ones though. But
when it comes to Insta or just social media in general, do you feel more constrained now ever since your brother told you that everything that you do now is a reflection of the entire family and not just you?
To be honest, no. Okay. Because for me, one thing I thrive off of is kind of being myself unapologetically.
Yes.
And I personally think if you get into that situation, that mindset once, ki, "Oye, like you can't do this, you can't do that shit catches up. It will become a part of who you are, that you'll be on your toes at all times. When we started this whole thing, and my whole idea of being even a content creator and being, again, like an athlete is like to kind of just be myself. And if that means I'm not going to get certain amount of work, if I'm being too rebellious or too like out there, then screw it. I'm not going to bow down to kind of I'm not going to basically bow in front of anybody to get more work. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
work aside, how do you get so much confidence to unapologetically be yourself in every situation?
Because again, man, you like kind of have to be like, I've worked really hard in my life, so I'm very proud of who I am, right? And see, it's one of those things. I'll tell you this. Right now, you're younger too. I mean, I'm not fucking that old, but as you get older, notice anybody and everybody, they always say. Every single person says it doesn't matter what people say. As you get older, those feelings keep getting stronger, right? The older you get, the less you care about what people say. So it's one of those things कि man बड़े होके तो ये thought process आना है ही. अगर 40 से 30 पे ले आए तो yes, an extra 10 years you can kind of enjoy. And देख फर्क पड़ता है bro. I'm gonna say नहीं पड़ता, but फर्क सबको पड़ता है. Like if tomorrow someone walks in and man, this guy is a little too much this and that, you feel a certain way about it, but it's okay to feel that way, but it's in your hands to kind of how much attention you're going to give that thought. Because we're not, like I said, we're not. None of us are important, man. Everyone's so like caught up in their own fucking problems and insecurities that they don't think about you. Like you might think if today you walk in and you embarrass yourself in front of at a party. Now you're thinking for 5 days, man. Fuck, like why the fuck did I do that? My man, as soon as people left that party, they spoke about you for 2 minutes, but they have their own fucking shit to deal with. But they didn't think about you once. But you're so caught up, man, shit, like, you know, like you're so embarrassed to go to the same party the next time because you're thinking, man, sab mere baare mein ye soch rahe honge. But nobody gives a shit. Like when you see someone do something, you go home, you don't fucking give that a second thought. But if it happens to you, you're gonna overthink about it for the next fucking 2 weeks. That happens to everybody. But again, like, it doesn't matter, man. And that also comes from sports.
That's true.
It comes from sports too. Because people, like, when I was rank 1, I was always expected to win. Always expected you have to win this and that. And that, 25, 26, bro, that shit ate me up alive. I wasn't playing to win. I was playing to not lose. And there's a huge difference in that. I'm so afraid of losing. I'm not even thinking about winning. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime I miss a shot, I'm like, fuck, man, like, how could you miss a shot like that? It was so easy. And everybody thinks you suck. You know what I'm saying? But again, when you play to people's expectations, you'll never play to what your true potential is. And the same thing in life. If you live your life based off of how you should dress, how you should behave, like, it's a loop. That's a never-ending loop, man. You can never satisfy anybody and everybody. And no matter what you do in life, you will upset somebody. 100%. No matter what, like, if tomorrow you decide you don't want to study anymore, you want to go live in the hills, do it. You will upset somebody. Your parents will be like, kya kar raha hai, chutiya kya? So koi na koi to udaas hoga hi hoga. So as long as you're okay, I think that's where my confidence comes from, because I know at the end of the day when I go to bed, like, I did what I wanted to do. Not what nobody can make me do anything I don't want to do. That's like my motto in life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
On the topic of just age in sports, how many good years of basketball do you think you have left?
I would say at least another 6-7 years. Good years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm taking, like, that's why I'm taking so much better care of my body. And I know for a fact, like, I can really, because now I'm actually training the right way, eating. I've been doing that for a while, but now I'm like taking it to the next level. Having a brother like Viren, he's helping me with my nutrition, my training. So I know I can give it good 7-8 years at a high level, for sure. Body wise, I've never felt better, man. I've never felt stronger. I've never felt faster. So I'm good. Yeah.
That's incredible to say.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I saw one of your reels. I think it was you benching with someone, and you went up to 110. I was like, holy shit, this guy is strong.
Yeah, I'm okay.
110 is ridiculous.
But I feel like what you're doing also, your approach is so holistic in everything you do. Like, not just Winter Arc. Even with what you just said about you're expected to win.
Yeah.
You have a fear of losing. And you've set standards for yourself where you will only want to achieve the standard you've set for yourself, and you will not ever subside to anyone else's standard.
Yeah, for sure.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with the pressure of expectation being rank 1, and how has that made you a lot more resilient as a person?
See, again, वो pressure तो हमेशा रहता है. Even now, if I go play a tournament, because now it's a thing where he's just a content creator. He's not, you know, like people. I still have a target on my back, because you go make reels, this and that. You're not a basketball player. But at the end of the day, even if it's 100 years from now, when you go type my name on Google, it will show I was rank 1 in India. No matter what you do, that can never change.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's one of those things where even if you think I suck, I'm still fucking rank 1. I was still rank 1. So there's nothing you can do to take that away from me. I've done that. So now even if I lose, I wouldn't say I'm okay with losing, but I'll put in, like, one thing I've learned is acceptance. Now you accept you lost the fucking game. Now, did you do everything you could to kind of not lose that game? If yes, then you live with the results, right? If not, then you know that's where you can improve. So the same thing in life, if there's certain things, you can't win every game you play, man. And you will, no matter who you are, even if you're Ambani, you will have things that won't go your way.
Yeah.
But if you can learn to kind of accept that it's done. Like, it's done now, how you can move and kind of like not worry about this situation right now and move on to the next thing, I think that's when you can actually live a happy life. Because people tend to, if you've seen 1,000 positive comments and you see one negative comment, you will think about the negative comment. you will not think about the 1,000 positive ones. कि इसने मुझे ये बोल कैसे दिया, क्या मैं सच में ऐसा हूँ? ये सबका thought process शुरू हो जाता है ऐसे, right? But that goes to show how like us as humans, we are so desperate for fucking validation that no man, I am perfect. But इसने बोल दिया perfect नहीं हूँ तो मैं शायद perfect नहीं हूँ. So it's a never-ending loop, man. And you have to understand you're not fucking perfect. Everybody has things that you know, you have weaknesses, man. And if you can accept them, you're okay. Everybody has things that you have things you're insecure about. You have things you're insecure about. I have things I'm insecure about. But if you can accept it and say it out loud and make fun of yourself, you can't kill a man that's not afraid to die, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
You can't kill a man that's not afraid to die.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt and live at your house.
Like, I'm not afraid. You can do whatever you want. I'm not afraid of you. So that's the people you should be most afraid of.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That no matter what you say will not affect me. Like, imagine that, man. Like how shitty a person trying to put you down would feel about himself. Yeah, I'm throwing everything I can at this guy, but he gives no shits.
But also in that moment, whoever's doing that to you is projecting their insecurities.
Exactly.
So it's a them problem.
Exactly. And like someone doing better than you will never push you down. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So if someone is अभी तो वीडियो बनाता है इंस्टाग्राम पे चूतिया नेटफ्लिक्स जाके शो कर रहा है, हमसे तो नहीं, मैं कभी ना करता बिकॉज वो नहीं कर सकता भाई. नॉकल में नहीं, अगर मौका मिलता वो भी करता. So it's just one of those things, like people will always put you down no matter what you're doing, man. When you watch professional athletes, these people sitting in their fucking couches are making comments, ये नहीं, ये करना चाहिए था. You know what I'm saying? So if people can tell Virat Kohli how to bat, who the fuck are we? Straight up. Straight up.
That's like, but like the bulletproof confidence that you have, it's earned, right? Like there's confidence comes from competence in something. You have that. You found what you excel in, and you figured out that no matter which room I walk into, I've got something on my back that I can speak about, because you've been irrationally obsessed with it all your life, and you've cared about it so much. That kind of bulletproof confidence, what can people do to reach a mental stage that you have found yourself at now?
See, I wouldn't call my confidence bulletproof, because I do have days of myself also, but I would say it's you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Something went in my
Your lens is drying up or what?
No, I don't
He's a
know.
chick, dude.
Fucking bitch. You good though?
Yeah, I'm good. Keep going.
You sure,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, it's all
Give
good.
some water.
Kiss my eye, bro.
This guy. But okay, so what did you ask me? The bulletproof. What can people do to kind of have that?
Yeah.
I think just take little steps every day to kind of the whole self. People, ये आजकल हर कोई self love करके वो people are always talking about that, but like no one will tell you what self love is. Like if you're feeling low and you get up and you go to the gym, you force yourself to go to the gym. That's you taking a step to feel better about yourself. That's a form of self love. If you're just gonna sit in front of a fucking mirror and say I love you, love yourself, that's bullshit. That's fucking complete bullshit, man.
That's true.
Like you have to take actions, like the small steps. Like I said, if you decide to wake up at 6, wake up at 6. These things really add to your personality. If you yourself, because say you decide to wake up at 6, there have been times we've all decided कि कल से सुबह जल्दी उठूंगा. But if you don't wake up, you feel like absolute shit about yourself. That fucks with your confidence. But if you know कि if like this guy wakes up at 6 when he wants to wake up, you do that to yourself, that will instill confidence, man. Like saying things and like backing it up and doing things when you're down and out, because it's very easy to kind of jump on a train that's on high, stand next to somebody who's already on high. But like the things you do during in times of adversity, that builds your character. How you come out of certain situations, like your injuries and athlete's injury, some people, how you notice, can never be the same, or some people come out so much better. And that defines your character. So when you're going through a bad time, you can see like I'm feeling low right now. How I come out of this, I can either curl up and kind of be sad, or like be into the situation, be like, man, I'm fucked, or kind of push myself out of this. Things like that build confidence.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because you've gone through the bad and you have come out of adversity, and for you adversity was your Achilles injury.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
First, what happened? And I want to dissect this, because I think injuries test you in a way that not a lot of people in life are tested, especially an injury that bad. The way I see it is people find it hard to empathize with injured people because they've never been through that. And you will never know what someone else is going through in that moment. On a day-to-day, hour-to-hour, minute-to-minute basis.
Yeah.
That's the test.
Yeah, man, for sure.
What was the injury? And like, take us through some of the context of what happened.
So that's when I think I was at my peak. I was still rank 1 in the country at that time, and I was overtraining. I was training 3 times a day, and I studied kinesiology in university, right? So I knew about these injuries, and so we were just playing. It was fucking peak winters, man, right? And I barely jumped, bro. So this guy faked me out. When I say barely, I don't think I would jump over a fucking burger. That's how low I jumped. So I came down and I just went down right away, and I'm like, man, which fucking one of you idiots jumped on my foot? Because I felt like somebody fucking landed on my foot, on my leg.
Yeah.
And then they're like, bro, there's nobody around you. Like, no one touched you. And then it just hit me because I knew that's what an Achilles tear is, right? You think somebody's hit you with a hammer, or you can hear it, you can hear the injury. Like, you could hear my Achilles snap. It was loud. It was fucking loud. It's like a tire nahi padta. I see it was loud, man, right? And so I went to the side. I could barely put weight, and I laid the side mein. And then I just did this over here. There's nothing, man. This Achilles you have, you know the Achilles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I did this and my fingers just fucking going through. There's nothing. And I'm just fucking, I just start bawling, right? Because I know what it is. Because I studied this. I just start crying, and then all the guys, everyone just surrounds me. And the crazy thing is, bro, I have never missed a game. Like, as much so, I've barely ever rolled an ankle in my life. I don't get injuries, right? Touch wood. And then for this, so I called my brother. I said, man, like, I'm barely talking, I'm fucking crying. I said, मेरी Achilles पट गया, मुझे उठाने आ. Like, we need to go make sure that is that. We need to go to the hospital right now. So my friends, they drove the car because I couldn't put any weight on it, right? And then we get to the hospital. My brother and my mom are there. And my brother, bro, he's a fucking psycho. When I say psycho, my mom is empathetic. My brother's sitting next to me like this, and he's just planning the next 6 months course of action. He's sitting next to me. The doctor hasn't even said I've torn my Achilles. He's sitting next to me, he's on his phone, searching up shit, and he has not 1 inch of emotion on his face. He's just locked in. I'm looking at him, I said, bhai, kya kar raha hai? Like, he's like, chill kar. And then my mom said, chhod de usko. Bro, he has a full 6-month plan then. This is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to. And then we go in, the doctor's like, it's a tear, it's a rupture, we have to get surgery. And the next day I got surgery. And my brother has already got everything set. So when we came back, I couldn't do shit. Obviously, for about, I'd say, I was supposed to just be in bed for about a month, I think 2 months. I had my cast. Then I got into my walking boot. To the point where when I had my cast, right, I accidentally put like itna sa weight, like next to nothing on the floor, galti se. Because I didn't have my crutches. I wanted to go to the bathroom. Bro, I've never felt pain like this. It hurts so much, and then I'm like, bro, I'm fucked. If it hurts so much right now, I don't think I can come back from this. And then I'd say for the first 2 days, I had like a very negative mindset. Especially the first night in the hospital was bad. Because I'm just laying and I'm like, man, I can't. Because I couldn't go to they put that fucking thing in your, you know, you can't go to the. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was rank 1 till yesterday, and now I can't play, right? And because before that, I never thought of getting into content creation, none of those things. I was like, basketball ही खेलूँगा मैं पूरी life, चाहे कुछ हो जाए. Because I never even thought that I could get hurt. You don't think it's gonna happen till it happens to you, right? And then that's when I was like, I can't put all my eggs into one basket. Like, you kind of have to branch out. And then we started my rehab, this and that. And I actually am a much better player now than I was earlier because I did so much rehab that this like got stronger than the other one. I did so much rehab on this.
How long was the rehab?
Rehab, the thing is, till date, the exercise I'm supposed to do, I still do them. Because I was just like, I don't want this, because I don't want it to get re-injured. So I'm still doing the same exercise, but on both legs. So now it's gotten so much stronger. And
how'd you come across Knees Over Toes guy?
Just Instagram, man.
Okay.
And I started doing a bunch of his stuff,
Yeah.
which really helped.
What is it?
Knees Over Toes is basically this guy. He's 32, 33 years old. He got his first dunk at 35, I think. And he had a back injury. The doctor said he can't walk. And he started making out his own programs. And his mom is, I think, 66. And he's got her doing fucking full-on sprints. It's crazy the way you guys should do his program, man. Like our bodies are so smart.
Yeah.
Like if you have an injury, your body will adapt to that injury, and you won't even know how much pain you're in because you're used to it. Your everyday life, if you're limping, you don't know you're limping because your body adapts to it. But once you actually release that, you'll realize, bro, मैं इतने सालों से कितने दर्द में रह रहा था. So right now, what your quality of life is, this is what the standard is because you're so used to this now. But you don't even know till you fix what you have wrong, the discomfort you're staying in, man. To the point where I promise you, bro, like there have been, like you'll just cry out of happiness because you guys should really focus on mobility and all these things because you're younger. Do it now or these things will catch up. And I know you guys, even you have a bad back, right?
I had.
You're good now?
Yeah.
But you should still do knees over toes.
It took 2 years, and again, like, hardest 2 years I've ever had to go through. I can't even imagine what it was like for you because, like, fitness, sports, that is my identity, but I wasn't a professional athlete, right?
Okay.
And so, for you, it was just the magnitude of it was just so much more. So I can't even imagine what that was like, but those 2 years, man, that was rough. Every day I would wake up and like, fuck, if this gets okay, I will do this, I will do that, like I will change my life.
Yeah.
It was the scariest part of my life because not being able to live the way I was or play the sports that I wanted to, it broke my heart.
But how do you feel about it now? Yeah. Now that you're out of it, don't you feel so proud of yourself?
I'm grateful every day, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I take care of my back now.
Yeah,
and I do things to strengthen it every single day.
Basically,
it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, and don't just focus on your back, like your knees.
Yeah.
Do everything, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want to learn the hard way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing that's not treatable.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of doctors would say, because how many stories have you heard? Doctors saying you'll never walk again, and motherfuckers doing running. My brother's same story. They say you'll never play basketball again. Even he had a slip disc. So these doctors will tell you 10 things. It all comes down to how your body's feeling. No doctor in the world can tell you how you're feeling, man.
You can always push through, man.
You can always find a way.
Yep.
You can always find a way. Always.
Did you have any day during that injury where you felt like you lost hope?
No, I had never lost hope. Hope though I'll never lose, man. मेरा एक हाथ काट दिया फिर भी losing hope. We live our lives because of hope, man. Why are you not working hard in your life, hoping one day you become where you want to be? Hope is what keeps the whole world going. So I don't think people who get sad and depressed are the ones who lose hope.
Yeah.
If you have hope, like most relationships, why do they become fucking toxic? Because you have that hope कि नहीं हम कोशिश करेंगे तो ठीक हो जाएगा. So I don't think I'll ever lose hope in my life for anything, man. Hope तो कभी नहीं जाएगी.
जा ही नहीं सकती.
कभी चांस ही नहीं है.
जी नहीं सकते.
चांस ही नहीं है भाई.
नहीं वो तो सही बात है. But injury के समय you don't have any period where you felt कि I'll never be the same again.
नहीं होता था, man. Like there will be, if you're 10 good days, you'll have maybe 3-4 really bad days.
Those hopeless days are the hard ones, man.
And वो normal है, man. Because like it's very tough to be patient for so many months. At some day you wake up and be like, man, I'm fucking sick of this. You know, especially because you're not able to move. I would just go sit and watch people play. ऐसा हो गया था मेरा कि I just want to be around. मैं बहुत sad हो गया था भाई एक time पे. But then I also gained a lot of weight. I was at my heaviest I've ever been in my life during my Achilles injury. And because before that I was into working out, but I was just working out to kind of like just look good. But after that I started working out to like get strong and to kind of actually, because before my injury I was really I was skinny, man. My first season I was 75 kgs, but I was shredded, but I wasn't like I wasn't strong. You know what I'm saying? So now my body's now I focus on just strength, and instead of like looking good, it's about like actually being strong
and feeling good.
Yeah.
I think when people get into anything fitness related, they forget about the feeling and they care about the external validation comes from how you look.
Yeah, of course.
And how you present yourself.
Of course.
But the true validation is how you feel.
Yeah. 100%.
And injury generally changed that for a lot of people. That definitely happened for me, as after injuries, the focus changes on working out for yourself, not caring about what people think of you anymore.
Yeah.
And so in a way it's also a blessing. Like, it's weird to say that, but in a way it's a blessing because I've never been stronger before.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have done a lot of the things that I have done. And so, like, again, same as you, I feel the best I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that injury, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have known what you're missing out on if you didn't get that injury.
Yeah.
And it was always in your hands to either feel like shit about yourself or come out of it the way you have come out of it. So you guys keep telling me that I have this mindset, like, look at the shit you guys are doing, man. You guys should really, for real. It's cool to kind of hear this. And I know you have a bad back too, but I know for a fact you're going to be okay. Just have a good mindset and don't...
He's been very strong throughout all of it, to be fair. It's been like, what, 3-4 years?
It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
And only you know, I can sit here and just be like, oh man, feel better. But only even he can do the same. But only you know how you feel, right?
Exactly.
And for me, if I see you for the first time in your life and I'll be like, damn man, your back's pretty bad, for example. But you know how much better it's become in the last 3-4 years.
Exactly.
So don't ever just keep going, man.
That's exactly why I led with people will never know how you feel on a day to day and a minute to minute, and hour to hour.
Yeah.
And until they can empathize with that, whatever they say, you've heard.
Yeah, exactly.
You've heard everything.
Exactly.
And so when people are like, ho jayega, I'm like, I know that, I believe it, but that's not what I need to hear. Like, I've heard it enough, you know. So wo empathy nahi milti, and then you're like, at some point, you're exhausted of talking about it also, क्योंकि वो somatically negative हो जाता है थोड़ा. People don't want to hear your shit. So you deal with your own stuff, and I think it makes you so mentally and emotionally strong, man.
Yeah, तुझे खुद का ही करना पड़ेगा यार.
You have no choice.
You have no choice but to either, like, you know, get there or not. It's always in your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's not a good thing to say, but even I personally feel, even like some people get so sad and caught up with things. I don't know if I'm gonna get backlash, but I think you always have a choice.
Always.
Because people eventually come out of the traumatic experiences. They eventually do come out of it, right? But how? They eventually come out of themselves. They can say, I've went to therapy, this helped, that helped. Even when you go into therapy, you're not hearing anything you don't already know during therapy. They don't give you any advice. They just make you speak. So
you explore your own mind.
Exactly,
right?
man. Yeah. But the whole idea of therapy is supposed to make me feel better is why you feel better.
So
you know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting and talking to you about my problems, that's therapy. Technically, that's therapy.
Yeah.
But as soon as you put therapist outside that door, I'll automatically walk in and feel better. So it's a thing that it's the human mind, man. It's so fucking smart, but that's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a curse.
You feel like before this whole therapy thing, or like going through the injury, there was some emotion that you found hard to express?
I actually went to therapy once in my life, thinking during the injury. कि I'm like, मेरे घर वाले बोलते हैं कि I'm like, man, don't tell me. I don't want, like you said, you don't want to hear things. Like, don't say things that I want to hear.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling low, why ठीक हो जाएगा? I'm like, bro, I know. For once, sit next to me and say कि कोई नहीं. Don't tell me ठीक हो जाएगा, man.
Exactly.
I know ठीक हो जाएगा. So I went to therapy to be like, then I went there and I fucking broke down. And then I'm like, bro, this fucking person didn't say a word.
Yeah.
So why the fuck am I wasting my time? So I never went back.
You spent an hour there, you broke down, you paid them some money and you left.
Yeah, basically. And she gave me some homework. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm fucking, are you insane? You think I'm an education to do homework? मैं नहीं आ रहा भाई. Homework थोड़ी करूँगा यार. I'm 26 years old.
It's just about feeling the emotion with someone there. That's all.
Someone who you know is not giving you a biased opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not against, like, I think therapy is great. If that's what you want to do to feel better, do it. If you want to go to the gym to feel better, do it. If you want to go eat to feel better, don't do that. Because that shit will fuck you up, man.
That makes it worse.
Because people think, you know, like, oh, you can't, a person who's overweight, for example, that's, you can't fat shame. It's not about the looks, man. It's about the shit. It's about the health.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If tomorrow you have a kid and say you're 120 kgs, and if tomorrow you have a kid who is 130 kgs, you think that 120 person will be like, good man, eat more. Fuck no. And saying this, everything is, you know, it's all bullshit, man. Fuck. I want to say so much more, but I don't know if I should.
No, please don't hold back.
If you want us to cut it out, we will. So say whatever you want.
No, like, I think fat shaming should be there, but not because not fat shaming, but people should, like, if I love you, man, if I love you and you're gaining weight like an idiot, I will stop it. So I don't say fat shaming, like, people around you should fucking tell you to, like, you know, stop.
Yeah.
Because once you reach a point where there's no coming back, then you'll be like, man, nobody cares about me, nobody loves me. But us time to suni nahi tune. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what you do if you care about someone, right?
Like,
you
exactly,
want the other
man.
person to feel good, to do well in their life. So you should call out, not just fat shaming things, but just general things in life.
Anything at all.
Yeah.
If you're fucking up somewhere and I don't call it out, then you don't want that person in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think tough love is missing in today's time, and we should bring that shit back.
How does that play in? So when you became India #1 after India Love, the number of followers that you have on Instagram, I'm sure you have a lot of people around you who just trying to gas you up, just make you feel good, say the things that you want to hear. And I'm sure it feels really good to hear those things.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep yourself grounded in those times?
He doesn't. He's not a grounded guy.
I'm not grounded, dog. Fuck that. I don't think, man, if someone says something, obviously it feels good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never thought about these things. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो shit मेरे को सब चढ़ा रहे हैं. Because like in my mind, I still think I can do a lot more. So anything someone says, in the moment it feels great. But before I go to sleep, I'm like, man, it's fucked. Like it's actually a little toxic. But I have this mentality to, man, you're not doing enough. You can do more. You can do more. But a couple of years back, I was so heavily into this that I never actually enjoyed. After a while, basketball stopped becoming fun. Because this whole, ki man, you have to win this and that.
Yeah.
But now, sure, I'm not where I want to be. But now I've, learned how to be like, chal sahi hai, aaj you did well. Like be happy with what you've done.
Yeah.
But don't like fuck up in the future. So, again, acceptance. Where you want to be, but just keep putting in the work.
And sometimes it's easy to forget why you started doing what you're doing.
Man, most of the times people forget.
Yeah.
Like if you ask, a 20-year-old Dhruv, if you were happy with where you are today, I would say, man, how fucking dare you even doubt yourself?
Yeah.
Like where you are today, that was a dream I had when I was 15, 20 years old. But now that I'm here today, I'm not thinking about that 20-year-old guy who would die to fucking live this life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm like, nahi, aur kar. But that, again, man, like a millionaire wants to be billionaire.
But that's what got you here in the first place as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you have to enjoy this, man, because
Exactly.
tomorrow when the people around you, tomorrow when you do have a family, you kind of have to learn to be like how to be in the moment. Because otherwise, what the fuck are you like? You're not living your life, man. You're just like waiting to die. You have to live your life.
I think that's what I love that the most about you. I've only met you a handful of times, but you're gonna crack some trash talk joke, but
No.
I'm gonna say it anyway. You're so unhinged. You're so like confident in yourself. Ki koi qadar nahi hai. I don't care what you think about what I say. If it's on my mind, I will say it. And
Yeah.
I think that to get to that level takes like, I don't know what it is, but the people who are like you and so themselves so freely, it takes a lot of work to get there, bro. And you're there, but for people who aren't there, I think this is a good like standard of where people should aspire to get to, not from what you need to achieve in life, but from how you should be and how you present yourself. Because being freely yourself is one of the hardest things to do in this world, bro.
I agree. But I'm not gonna make any trash joke because that was really nice, man. It means a lot. Thank you. That actually made me happy. Yeah, but you're a little bitch though. There you go. I have to say something. But jokes aside, like I appreciate, man. That genuinely like it made my heart happy. Thank you.
That's the least I can do for you.
Yeah, thanks for saying
You can
that.
do it off camera also.
This fucking guy, man.
Well, you had one wild experience in your. You met a couple of NBA basketball. You played some crazy basketball games. You were with Ranveer Singh for like an extended period of time. You've done an interview with him. Like, did you ever expect all of these things to happen in your life? How do they
Hell no.
happen?
Again, man, I've always stayed true to the game. Anything I've got in my life is from basketball, right? I always stayed true to the game. And anything, it's almost one of those things.
Done with your overrolling again, but that's what you've done with your content creation, right? Like,
Yeah.
you started content creating during this, and now it's a part of your identity.
Yeah, man, it's my full-time job now.
It's
Pretty much.
putting food on your table.
Yeah. Like content creation and basketball is what I do. My
So
full-time gig.
break down content creation for us. Like, how are you ideating reels? What is the creative process? And is it you? Is it your brother? Is it just all kinds of ideas you're taking? Where does that come from?
So how my brother and I kind of come up with ideas is how we're sitting and talking, and something happens. Oh shit! Like this is what I would do in this situation. We just write it down. Like my phone has so many video ideas. एक भर के हैं उसमें. So anything that happens, like our videos are very like things that actually go on in real life, because that's what we've learned over the years is content creation सबसे ज़्यादा hit वो होती है which is the most relatable. Like shit that guys do, shit that girls do. If you're just making, because earlier I was just making videos, kind of funny videos, but that, I mean, I don't want to do that for too long. Because I think more relatable shit is what works. And you have to find, I'm still learning though, I mean, I'm still learning the ropes. You have to find a niche. You know what I'm saying? If I'm making basketball content, then I make basketball content. Anytime I put something outside basketball, it doesn't do as well. So even my, and it's all about consistency. Like if you have a job, you show up to work 7 days a week, 5 days a week, and you get paid. Simple with with Instagram, people don't understand it's a full-time job. So you have to post content regularly. And initially, you know how people get so stuck up with the likes and all those things? Man, that's the worst thing you can do. If you are going to be, if that's going to be a problem for you, you should not be doing content creation at all. Because this whole, I mean, it's a small thing, but you know how you can hide likes? So my brother and I both, we've had videos that are done so shit, but, and anytime I see, it says like the likes are hidden, I automatically know, man, shit, like, you're showing it to the world that this shit is bothering you. The whole world can see it. And as soon as you hide your likes, why are you hiding your likes? Because they're not enough? There's no other reason. There's no other reason why you would hide your likes. So as soon as you do that, anyone who comes on your profile and they see that, be like, man, like, this post didn't do well and this guy, it affects him. But I've had videos that I've had fucking garbage ass traction, and I never, initially मेरे को भी लगा था कर दूँ, then I'm like, no, don't do that. Because it's a very vicious cycle, right? And even with my vlogs, the winter vlogs that I started, initially you don't get any traction. Right now I'm in the phase because I've only posted about like 13 vlogs. I'm going to get complete garbage traction right now and I know it. Like shit, likes, shit, comments and all of that. But it's all about consistency, and I know for a fact by the time I'm done with this winter arc, my traction is going to go up big time, for sure.
100%.
My brother started his vlogs. His followers blew the fuck up in the last 2 months, 3 months. But he's been putting up vlogs for about 50-40 days. And they weren't doing well at all. And now, like, he's just blown up. So initially, man, even when you guys start anything, initially it doesn't give you those returns. You stay true to it, it'll catch up. So don't get caught up in the likes and comments and all that shit.
To be fair, we're expecting like a good 3-4 years of absolutely nothing before people actually start watching it.
Exactly.
So expectations are set there. Only.
And that's awareness, like we know that.
Yeah.
Acceptance, man.
But we're fucking relentless. So we'll keep going. It doesn't matter. Nothing will phase us. And it's the same with you. Like nothing can phase you. How the fuck does it matter?
So that is exactly why you guys will succeed, man. Because most people start, try, test. नहीं हो रहा यार, like कब तक कर लूँगा?
No, we're not testing anything. This will be the biggest podcast, best podcast in India, and there's no other way about it. It will happen. It's just time.
I fucking love that, man. I fucking love that. Fuck yeah.
Mamba mentality.
You know it. Mamba here, Mamba here.
You got that tattoo during the injury?
During the injury. Yeah. Because he went, I did exactly what he did.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't have the fucking obviously resources.
Yeah.
But
And
that's when I
you're not
got the tattoo. And I'm not Kobe. You say I'm not Kobe?
You're not Kobe, bro.
I'm
gonna kick your ass in a
You can never be
one-on-one.
Kobe. Just lay off the drugs, kids, or you end up like that. He's hallucinating again. Even if you beat me in your sleep, you better wake up and apologize. Even if it's a fucking dream, you better wake up and be like, sorry man, I dreamt that I beat you.
I'm texting you tomorrow morning, don't worry. Slide into your DMs. You know, I'll scroll through a little bit. I'll like 2-3 of your like random pictures, you know.
Oh.
Essay, strategically. Do the same for me. You know?
Are you doing that from something I've done? Because I've said the exact same
You said the exact same thing.
That's your game, bro.
Fucking
That's
stalker.
a pretty... You call me a
You're a
stalker,
fucking creep,
bro.
man. Giving out all my... but that shit works, man.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that shit fucking works.
Yep.
Worked or still works?
No, it works, bro.
Works.
It's the most subtle way of doing it, right?
I don't do it anymore.
Right.
Sure.
I do. Why not, man? You know, because it shows effort.
Yeah.
2-3 I mean, effort.
What effort, bro? You're liking 2-3 things. How's that effort?
उनको थोड़ी पता है. They're like, wow, so he's really been through my profile. But really, I'm
Also,
just.
it's not the first 2-3. It's like you choose something.
It's just like you हल्का सा वो कर first पहली देखी ठक ठक कर दे. You know what I'm saying? Because पुरानी videos, older videos and older pictures.
Yeah.
Because you know no one's engaging on them because they're fucking weeks old. But if you, then it comes up to the top.
Yeah.
And it automatically will catch the person's attention. And if she doesn't like any of your pictures back, move on.
Yeah,
Move on, straight up.
Yeah, take the L.
Low stakes way of finding out.
Listen, straight up, man. Take the L. You're gonna fucking, you know, like 50 pictures of 50 different people, and if you don't get a single like back, then fucking sucks.
It's a you problem.
Yeah, that's then at that point. I mean, I don't even know. I was gonna say,
I feel like you always have things at the
Yeah.
tip of your tongue. And
yeah.
नहीं बोलना चाहिए यार.
मैं कभी-कभी ना बहुत ज़्यादा carried away हो जाता हूँ. I don't know when to fucking shut up. It's okay.
So you've had a couple of relationships in your life. I feel like this is something that you haven't talked about a lot in a lot of the interviews you've done.
Never actually. I've never spoken about any of my relationships.
I wanna know, in your period of life, you've been so laser focused on what you've wanted to achieve in basketball and like now content creation. You did a show. How has relationships factored into all of that? And like in the relationships that you have been in, what have you learned from them about yourself?
Okay, first I would say I had the biggest humbling experience of my life was through a girl, where I never thought I would ever let a woman hurt me or I would ever be hurt by a woman, and when I did get dumped, I was fucked, right? I was like, damn, and it humbled me again, like big time, and I've always thought that relationships kind of slow you down from where you want to be, because not too many people understand, oh, I can't see you today because I have to, like, especially an athlete, man, you're working out, your day revolves around working out and kind of practicing. So I always felt like a woman would slow you down, like a relationship would slow you down, right? But then now as you get older, a right relationship will really make you, get you from here to here, but a bad relationship can get you from here to here. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've never wanted to find out. So I've always kind of stayed away from relationships. But most people, you like, oh, this guy doesn't date because he just wants to like sleep around. That's the norm. That's what everybody. And unfortunately, I looked the part.
You're a good-looking guy.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I'm screaming fucking like a fuckboy is what I've been, because of my tattoos, this and that, which is, you know, whatever. But my thing is, I don't want to, because I'm not at a point in my life, or I wasn't even 5 years ago, where I could be with the wrong person and fuck myself up. So I stayed away. To the point where even I have had 2-3 girls, one specific who I was fucking head over heels for. When I say head over heels, like, bro, I would do anything for her. But I kind of pulled myself back because I was scared. I would say, I have no problem admitting it now. I was scared of kind of feeling things and kind of, you know, being distracted. I was just scared. But at some point, I have to kind of suck it up and give this whole thing a shot. Because dealing with breakups now when you're older is I would say it's tougher, because now you don't date to date, you date to kind of, because you see a future with them. Yeah. But then again, having this mindset that I've always had in my life, I don't think any relationship would kind of put me at a point where fuck, like I'm screwed. Because I have so many other things to worry about. Like I want to care about my family and everybody else. So even if I lose a person in that process, fuck it.
Is it also because you're so disciplined in your own life, you want someone that can not only understand that, but you're also inspired by that the person that you're going to be spending that amount of time with?
Yeah, for sure, man. I think in today's time, in most relationships, people are actually dating to fill that void that they have. And no one's actually dating to celebrate, like, if I'm happy, I want to date you to celebrate your happiness with my happiness.
I'm single.
Your happiness should not depend on my happiness, because then it's a problem. Because on a day where I'm not happy, have you guys been through this? Because I see a smile.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, were you dependent on that person? That person was dependent on you?
Both.
Okay. So then that's a fucking problem, bro. That will never work out.
Yep.
Because your happiness revolves around them. So if that person is treating you a certain way, you might have the biggest meeting of your life, but you'll fuck it up. Because that person is having a bad day. Yeah. So I don't think anybody should be dependent on anybody. Be happy and celebrate that happiness, man. And if you can't find that person, and you know, because most of the times when you're in a toxic relationship, you know you're in a toxic relationship. But you just don't have the balls. No, man, I just can't let that person go. Why? because it fucking hurts you.
Familiarity.
You're gonna be hurt anyway, man. And most people are not in love. They're just so used to the fucking person. They can't imagine their life without them.
Yeah.
Simple. And if that's that becomes a part of your identity, man. Like your partner should not be a part of your identity.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I just want to clarify, it was not toxic. It was a great relationship. Nothing wrong with it, just wrong time. I just
Right person, wrong time
Yeah, right person.
is a
wrong
thing.
time.
Do you believe in that?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like there's so much that you can learn from a relationship about yourself also,
Yeah, man.
right? Through that process of being in these relationships, you found out that things weren't working out from a relationship perspective, but coming out of them, and today now when you're going into relationships, what have you learned and like how are you approaching relationships differently?
Okay. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is don't have, because everyone has these preconceived notions कि मुझे अपने partner में ये चाहिए, right? So as soon as say if I'm out with you and I'm looking for these things in a partner, then I'm just checking the boxes. And I'm not really trying to know you for who you are. I'm trying to see if you fit my category.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest problem, because no relationship will be perfect. And most of the times you tend to meet the coolest people when you least expect it, correct?
That's true.
Most stories, that's when you won't believe how I met this girl, man. And now we're so happy together. Because at that point, you're not meeting, are we going on a date? No, we're just hanging out. Because you're unapologetically yourself. You're not trying to impress this person. If you're on a date, you're trying to be your best. And so is the other person.
Yeah.
But if it's not a date, you're just hanging out, which is why being friends before any relationship is so important. And if you can vibe, you automatically it just happens. So don't have certain things, let that person be who they are, and if you still like them, sure. I think that's the biggest thing I have learned for sure. And no one's gonna be perfect, man. You're also not perfect. I'm fucking tough to deal with in relationships, for sure. Because I know emotionally, I'm still learning a lot of things. You know how to express and all these things. I've become so much better, I can't tell you. But again, if everybody starts thinking like that, कि ऐसे preconceived notion है, तो even I'm not going to be good enough for anybody. So understand, she's not perfect, you're not perfect. If you're okay to deal with that shit, because you will have to deal with your partner's shit no matter how perfect they are. If you're okay with dealing with it, then sure. And if you feel like you can't deal with this person's bullshit, then just fucking cut it off. Straight up.
You said the right person will take you, a lot further, and the wrong person will hold you back a lot. You're saying that now, but would you say that was still true when you were in your early 20s, or is that more later when you've established yourself somewhat?
See, I will be completely honest. At that time, I had just started getting this success and a little bit of fame, like I was rank 1, this and that. And that's when I just sort of met that person who I let go. But at that time, I was young and I was so fascinated by all this attention I was getting from women, right? And I'm like, why the hell would I waste my time with one girl? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But I feel like if I didn't do that and I would have stuck with that girl, maybe I would have been doing better. Wow. I definitely wouldn't have been doing worse. Maybe I would have been doing better. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm where I am, because at the end of the day, bro, if all these women are a distraction, they're a fucking big distraction, right?
Especially when you know what you want in your life.
Yeah, man. But if you have the right person who will be like, no, it's fine. Because it's not easy to find a partner who will stick by you when, you're not doing well, man. वो बोलते सब हैं, but it's very rare. So if you can find that person who will be with you even in those bad times, I think, without fail, that's the person you should really be around. Obviously, you should need to like that person also. You shouldn't just... Because I saw this quote, I'm going to tell you quickly. Yeah. If most people are damaged, agreed? सबके बुरे हाल हैं भाई. If I love myself 10%, if that's the max amount of self-love I've had, and tomorrow a girl comes in my life and she loves me just 15%. So for me, I believe, man, I've never been loved like this. But for me, that's still 75% more that's missing.
85.
Fuck, 85, my bad. That's why I'm a basketball player right now. That's no numbers. But that 85% is still missing. Yeah. So if your self-love is not at 100, then you settle for some puddu. You settle for a fucking idiot. Yeah. So don't settle.
That's the worst part, right? When you settle, but you don't know you're settling.
Yes.
Because you've never elevated yourself to the standard that you should be in a certain part of your life.
Yeah, man.
Because every other part of your life has taken up all of your attention and focus.
Yes. If you ask somebody why do you love this person, why are you with this person, and they say because nobody loved me like this, that's not a good reason to be with somebody, man. Because if tomorrow someone loves you more than this person, then will you leave this person?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you should really ask people why do you love this person, and if they say that, it's not gonna last long.
And that's the difference between loving someone and being in love with someone.
Yes. Wow.
It's
100%.
It's really easy to love someone because there's things you love about the person.
Mm-hmm.
But being in love with them and like obsessed,
Yeah.
that's a good obsessed. That
Yeah,
is
of course.
different.
Yes.
I also think love is just not enough for a relationship. Like, love is easy, but being loyal, being there for the other person, being there for them the way they need you to be there for them,
Mm-hmm.
those things are a lot more important in a relationship.
Yeah,
which
man.
I'm very recently learning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like love is, I mean, it's required, sure, but it's just kind of overrated. It's easy. You can
Yeah.
fall in love, you can fall out of love.
Yeah,
It's
and
everything around that.
yeah, man. A man's first love is his mother. That is, a woman's first love is probably the kid, the child. You know, I mean, sorry, a woman's first love would be the dad.
The
I mean,
dad,
whatever, mom,
yeah.
dad, whatever.
Yeah.
But a man's first love is always a woman. So as soon as notice, and even for girls, they look like subconsciously they look for their father. You know, most men, and it's for us the same. We don't obviously consciously do that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But if a girl starts caring for you the same way, this and that,
Yeah.
you automatically are drawn towards that person because that's the standard your mom has set for you.
Yeah.
That's
So I
very
think,
interesting, yeah.
that's something that I've noticed, man. Because the person who I was this crazy about, she was so much like my mom that I'm like, man, if someone asks me why do you like her, I never had an answer. I said, I don't know. I just can't let go of this person.
Mm-hmm.
But then later I realized, man, she's just like my mom. So,
And that can be good or creepy. You gotta figure that one out.
yeah, that is mostly good because if you're telling me इसमें अपनी माँ दिखती है and you're fucking, that's weird, dog.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how you frame it.
That's how you frame it, basically.
It's like the three guy situation.
Going into through three guys.
But you also seem like a very family oriented guy.
Yeah, man, for me it's most important. in
You're
life.
so connected with your brother. You love your parents.
Yeah,
And like you're tight with your family as a whole.
yeah, man.
So I'm sure you also look for people who have the same values as
For
you,
sure.
who are family oriented, and I think that is hard to find.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
find that level of connection on value, on ethics, you're very strong with your morals, and that's the
Yeah.
kind of guy you are. So to
Mhm.
find that and level set, I'm sure that's not easy.
No, man. Even if you're looking for a girl, you shouldn't look at a girl as your wife. You should look at a girl as the mother of your children. If tomorrow she's gonna be the things you see in her is what your kids are gonna learn. So if you're not okay with that, you should not be with that person. Because that makes my brother said that to me. Stop looking for fucking women and look for the mother of your children. And that flipped. It completely changed the way I'm approaching the dating situation. Completely.
Wow. That is such a panoramic perspective.
It's a fact, man. If you're gonna, if you marry a fucking psycho, your kids are fucked.
That I don't think, dude, I don't think anyone has ever said that to me.
Yeah.
And that actually hits. Like it makes so much sense
does.
when you think about it.
Yeah, things will be so much clearer, man. When you approach a relationship or a woman, things will be so much clearer when you go with this mindset.
Any advice for two 25-year-olds?
For two
From a
25-year-olds,
relationship perspective?
I would not say look for the mother of your children right now,
Right.
because right now you guys shouldn't do that.
Right.
I would say don't go into a relationship having any expectations. Just just be yourself unapologetically. Don't try to impress the person.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's still with you, like,
I feel like the thing that makes that part of it somewhat easy for us is we just came out of relationships, long relationships. We can't be fucked, bro. Like, if you don't like us for us,
yeah, you've been through that.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, you've been through that.
Yeah.
You're not, and right now I'm sure you're not looking to get into a relationship. It's sexy time.
This guy's gonna either like kill or elevate our podcast. Gonna get us cancelled.
The last 8-10 months have just been a mix of so many emotions. At this point, I don't even give a I'm not looking for anything. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
I don't care. I have to focus on me, and that's all that matters.
I think that's not even 25. That's the mindset you should have in life also. Just let things come to you.
The feeling of loneliness at times creeps in though, because I mean, I was in a relationship for 4.5 years, and not being in one is still kind of like it's been a bit, but it's still kind of new, and so that feeling of loneliness creeps in every now and then.
No, but it's good,
That
man.
kinda sucks.
No, it sucks, but that's what's gonna build you.
Yeah.
Because you being alone is what you need. The last thing you need right now is jumping from one relationship to another, and the last thing you want is going around sleeping with hundreds of women, because bro, that's guys just doing that to feel good about themselves.
That doesn't help, man.
Because I was that guy, bro. Like, I'm just sleeping around to just be like, oh shit, I've done this, I've done that, just to feel good about myself. But as you get older, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Because I'm such a family guy, and all these things I'm doing are completely against it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I've completely changed to the point where I've completely changed as a person, man. So I think being lonely is, you should be lonely, and if you're feeling lonely, feel it. And be okay with being alone, because again, right now you're not in a position to be in a relationship, because right now you're just trying to fill that void, is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So till you're not okay with being lonely, I don't think you should jump into a relationship.
No, that's good advice.
Straight up, man. That's be alone for a long fucking time, and be a loner. I think everybody in life should be. We should all be. I'm a loner. I love being alone. I'm completely okay with being alone. If someone comes along the way, sure. If not, fuck 'em.
You also seem like you've become a lot more free with your emotions. Like,
Yes.
I'm getting the theme that over a period of time, you've been able to understand your own emotions better, express them, talk about them freely. Like, what's the worst that can come out of me expressing my emotions? Nothing. I've expressed them, and
Yeah,
I feel
man.
like you're getting closer to like Zen state of feeling.
Now, yes. Earlier, I had this tough guy aura that I used to project
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Ki, nah, man, I don't feel emotions. I don't this. I had this thing, this character that I had built for the world, and that's what I was playing. I was playing a character. Anytime I left the fucking house, I was playing that character, and that's when it was getting kind of toxic, man. Ki, I can't be sad. If anybody would ask, are you sad? Even my parents, bro, I wouldn't share with them. Ki, no, I'm good. Ki, I had this thing, ki, bhai, Dhruv to kabhi sad hota hi nahi hai. That's a thing that everybody used to say. Ki, I've never seen this guy sad, man. So I'm like, no, bro, you can't be sad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that shit would eat me up. But now, man, if I'm sad, I'm sad. But leave me alone. But when I come to you, I'm gonna let me feel sad. But by the time I'm with you, I'm gonna be okay.
And I think that people approach vulnerability as a weakness, right?
Yeah.
But it's a strength.
Yeah, man.
And as a
It's a
man,
strength,
if you can
bro.
feel vulnerable, it's one of your greatest strengths.
It is your greatest strength, because a man is not supposed to be vulnerable. But if you can be like, yes, I'm vulnerable, but I'm still gonna fuck shit up when I have to,
Exactly.
then you're not afraid of anything, bro. Like I said, like if you're not afraid to show your vulnerability, then you're not afraid to, like the same thing, you're not afraid to die. So no one can kill you. Same thing. But I'm still working on it, man. That's something I really have to, I'm still working on it. So it's a ever going process.
What's the 5-year goal for Dhruv right now?
One, always is be the best shape of my life. Two, have multiple academies opened up across the country, basketball academies.
Okay.
And yeah, man, just be in a position to be able to take care of my entire family and have a partner in 5 years.
Yeah.
Fuck, I think it's about time.
And I think you've earned enough in your life to. I truly believe you'll find the right person.
I'm sure of
No, you
it.
definitely will.
And you
I think
will
you know
find
yourself well enough, and you're confident
Exactly.
enough in yourself
I'm sure
to
of
be
it.
able to navigate that situation and find the right person.
But होता है man, like I'm sure, मेरे को भी आती है thoughts कि man कभी कोई
डर
मिलेगा
तो
नहीं तो क्या होगा?
डर तो रहता है.
हो रहता है.
होता है.
But when that one person comes, man, it's some people are just lucky to find it soon.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't.
Exactly.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But the time you have now, just fucking enjoy it, man. If you don't, whatever the hell you want to do it. I'm not joking. Just fucking do it.
Exactly.
जो भी करना है करो, because end में तुम most people who don't do what they want to do now, when they get older, they blame everybody else around them. कि आपकी वजह से कुछ लोग people never fucking say कि मेरी गलती है. They blame everybody else around them. So do what you want, because people don't talk about you anyway.
Yeah.
So might as well give them a reason to talk
I
about
really
it.
Exactly.
identify with that, because I also, most of my decisions I base on regret minimization. What am I going to regret less in the long run?
Yeah.
And so that resonates with me a lot.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Yeah.
You both are so similar.
I get that sense from him.
I like so much of what his personality is rooted in is the same as you. I have parts
It's a
of
very
it.
refreshing conversation.
Yeah,
that's
man.
But-
all.
Sure.
You guys would be great friends.
Sweet. I'll
Yeah.
I see it.
And
Yeah, I'm sure, man.
Dhruv will kick your ass in a one-on-one. Like,
I don't know, bro.
Say sorry to him.
सॉरी बोल देना भाई, ठीक है ना?
You're his son.
हैप्पी फादर्स डे मैसेज आना चाहिए मेरे को. Father's Day.
As we get.
I'll send you something on Children's Day, bro. Don't worry.
But you've also been titled like a professional shit talker. Is that just?
Yeah.
No, when we're playing, yeah, because I'm undersized, bro. I'm not a big guy.
Yeah.
So that's something that really is my USP, I feel, because that's something what I really get going. If I can talk shit and get the other person rattled up, is when I usually get my best performance too.
But even off the court,
I love to talk shit.
You're a professional shit talker.
Yeah.
And you'll never hurt anyone's feelings. You do it so like.
Because my intention is not to put you down.
Yeah.
And I can take it, bro. You can say anything about me. You can't offend me. I never get offended.
Exactly.
But if I know you're trying to put me down, then obviously it's different. But like I've noticed that too. People, anytime I make jokes, people don't get hurt. Because you can tell my intention is just to fuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think as long as that, and as long as you can take a joke, then you should be allowed to make a joke.
Exactly.
If you can't take one, you shouldn't make one.
It's very interesting because all of your reels, like,
that's a nice one.
Itni bakchod. There's so much bakchodi on Instagram, and like the way you do it, I don't have the word to describe it or the way to describe it, but it's just like a classy way of doing bakchodi. Like you're happy to see it, you know.
Okay.
And that's very interesting. Yeah,
It's
because a
relatable.
lot of people when they do it, it's like it can come across as crass, cringe,
Yeah.
just like he's being weird, he's being an idiot, whatever. But like when I don't know what it is about your reels that makes it so, but it's just fun to watch.
Fuck,
And that's very interesting.
I think it would be because this is the way we're talking. This is the way I talk in my all of my videos. I'm not making a video to get a reaction.
Yeah.
I'm just putting my content out there to show the world how I am.
Yeah.
That's my. I would say that's my selling point.
Unapologetically yourself.
Yeah.
Like
At all times, man.
yeah.
Like sometimes my family tells me, bro, I think you should like calm down. Because मैं कुछ भी बोल देता हूँ कहीं भी, and sometimes that can backfire.
It's a blessing and a curse, right?
Yeah, but it's okay, man. Like at the end of the day, even if I fuck up and I get cancelled, it's a fucking memory. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
5 years from now,
And
we'll
in the
laugh
face of adversity, how well do you come back?
about it. And I'll always come on, man. Like it's my brother and I are both a little psychotic that way. We love being fucking down, you know, like down bad. We love it. We like, man, fuck another opportunity. Let's do it.
You get obsessed with like
Yeah.
the winning spirit. Your life, you're playing to win
Straight up.
because you hate losing so much
Yeah.
that you'll do anything to be in a position where you're winning.
Yeah. In any sport, coming back from a big deficit is much better than winning by 50 points.
That's true.
When you come back, fuck, these guys were down 30 points and they came back and won. How much better does that feel?
Oh, yeah.
Same thing, man. You always have an opportunity to come back.
Yeah.
Simple. And luckily in life, the time never runs out, so you have all your life to do it. Yeah.
On that note of time never running out, what would you leave anyone in their 20s listening to this with a piece of advice?
Number one, don't think shit मैं बहुत बड़ा हो गया हूँ, मेरे को अपनी लाइफ में कुछ करना है, अभी करना है. Because when you start hitting 23, 24, you start thinking, shit man, I'm fucking 25 years old, like what am I doing in my life? Don't, relax. You are fine. You might think you're very old, but you're not. So chill and don't live your life based off of the same thing. Check marks, 25 तक मुझे ये करना है, 30 तक शादी करनी है. Don't do that. Because you will get divorced. If you get married young, you will get divorced. I promise you. The high divorce rates in India are so high because of that reason.
Yeah.
People don't just marry to marry. And enjoy your life and just do what you love, man. Because you can't push, no matter who you are, that will catch up. And again, you will not have good days always. But just fucking smile, put one step in front of the other and just keep going.
I love that, bro. Put one step in front of the other, do what you love. I actually feel like this has been one of the most inspiring podcasts even for me. Like I've taken a lot away from this.
I've taken a lot from both of you too, man. You guys should really give yourselves
Thank you.
a pat on the back. I didn't think I would leave here with, you guys, the fuck was that?
Pat on the back.
I mean, I said dirty as shit. Well, yeah, I heard something. But yeah, man, I'm really inspired by you two, both of you as well. So I appreciate you guys having me.
But honestly,
It's been a
thank you
pleasure.
so much for coming. We have to do a round 2 in a couple of years for sure. Maybe
Yeah, for
shorter.
sure, man. When you
On the
guys will be-
basketball court.
Yes.
Goes without
When
saying.
we both whoop your ass.
I think we should do a 2-on-1.
2-on-1.
Light work, bro.
Bro, it should be you and your brother, me,
Oh my god.
one hand, and then Rohan with just one leg.
Listen, now they're stand-up comedians.
Oh, sorry, Viren, we don't mean this.
Yeah, that's the big brother, man.
I'm not looking to fight out here.
Yeah.
But no, bro, thank you so much for coming. This has been
Pleasure.
fucking incredible. And we can't wait to have you back.
Thanks, man. I had to end it with that.
We're keeping that.
Yeah, I
we're
think you
definitely
should
keeping
start with this. You start all my reels with this.
Oh my god.
If you're watching this, you're my son. You should start my reel with this. Everything you put out, that should be the first thing you put out on every single one.
The first thing we're putting out is you going through 3 guys.
If you want to get your fucking podcast cancelled, do it. Now when you stop this recording, I'll tell you what I got cancelled for.
Oh, yeah.